Welcome to Almaty, Kazakhstan.
First things first, found a nice coffee shop. Got some coffee here. Cheers. It's actually pretty good. Didn't expect this one to find a specialty coffee shop in Almaty.
Behind me we have the central mosque of Almaty, the biggest and most important mosque here in the city. It's beautiful. If you didn't know, like Kazakhstan is a Muslim country, but there's many Russians living here, so you can find churches and mosques, Christians and Muslims, but the Kazakh people originally Muslims. Alright, behind me is the so-called Green Bazaar, the biggest and the most important market here in Almaty. Very excited, let's check it out.
Halo, Germania.
First floor, like fruits and dried fruits and stuff like this. Second floor, like clothes, whatever you want. But honestly, not as big as I expected. Only 2 floors and not that big. Alright, I take it back. There's another section. Alright, so there's a whole section of meats. It's a nice market, nice bazaar. Like, I've been to many markets like this all around the world. Sometimes it can be like a little bit stressful because everyone talks to you, want to sell you something. I think here it's like many locals come here to buy the ingredients for their restaurant or whatever, or even for home. So they already have their customers, they don't need to sell it for any tourists. Also, there are no tourists here, at least not many. Alright, I just entered 28 Panfilov Monument Park. It's a monument for the fallen people during the Second World War. And also in the middle of the park there's the highest cathedral made from wood. Alright, here's the biggest cathedral made from wood, Russian Orthodox cathedral, and built in 1907 or finished in 1907. Pretty nice. Very nice cathedral, beautiful from inside, check it out. Here in this park, or actually around Almaty, you can see like soldiers in uniform doing some kind of job, work, like cutting the grass or cleaning up something, doing like work to keep the city in good condition. which I find interesting. Haven't seen it anywhere else. Alright, over here we got some vehicles from the First or Second World War.
Actually, after the Second World War.
I believe this is like a open military museum, something like this.
So this one over here, exactly during the Second World War.
It's just my first day being here, and I can really feel like people are proud being Kazakh, being a citizen of Kazakhstan. Not only the military presence here, but just in general. A little bit hard to explain. About Almaty itself, public transportation, there are buses, and there's one metro line which you can take. If you want to take the buses, you need like some kind of card. No idea where to get it, have to do a little bit more of research. Otherwise, the city is very, very pedestrian friendly and many people walk. So if you're into walking, into sightseeing, keep yourself fit and walk a little bit. Otherwise, like the prices for public transportation, very, very cheap. It's like almost nothing. Also, there are many universities here in Almaty. One just right here, a big one. And you can feel you're getting like those university city vibes. Just nice. Many like young people.
Здравствуйте. Можно с мясом?
Одно или две?
Одну с мясом и одну с сыром. Спасибо большое. Хорошего дня вам.
Alright, I got myself some samsa, traditional Kazakh pastry, and also hot tea, which is leaking. Cheers. Oops. Yep. Cheers. Yep. Normal black tea. That's nice. I think it's gonna go well with the pastry. I got one with meat and one with cheese. Ooh. Looks like this. I think there's like many layers of pastry. Wow, crispy. Alright, so this one is with cheese. First time samsa. Cheers. You have many layers of dough. The outside crispy, inside is like chewy. And the cheese is nice. Tastes with tea because it's a little bit dry. Nice. And the meat one, a little bit more heavy, but looks the same. Cheers. Minced meat with some vegetable. You can taste onion. I see some carrots. Not bad. They're huge. Also, for people who don't know, I was actually born in Kazakhstan, and when I was 2, we moved to Germany. I still speak a little bit of Russian, which is pretty helpful. The Russian language is pretty wide spoken here in Kazakhstan. I didn't expect this. I was thinking like I'm gonna hear way more Kazakh language. But it's nice, it's helpful. But also, I think like English, it's fine. The young generation, they speak English pretty well. Alright, behind me is a statue of Abay Kunanbayuli. I hope I pronounced correct, because it was the first president of Kazakhstan. Pretty interesting guy. Quick interruption, there was not the first president, it's like a poet or writer, but there is a first president park, which we also gonna go at some point. Right next to it we have Kok Tobe, a cable car where you can reach Kok Tobe Hill. Alright, I decided to actually walk up, because it's only like an hour walk or something, and the way back I'm gonna take the cable car. I don't like walking down, so it's better this way. If there's even a walkable way up, let's see. Man, in Almaty there's many like parks and like sports centers everywhere, which is nice. Like in Tokyo we don't have it, and people are actually using it here to keep themselves fit. It's like a very traditional house, and as far as I know, the house I was born in seems like this. Crazy. We found a skate park. It doesn't seem like people skate here. Very dirty. Like if your wheels get stuck here, not good. Oh, there's more. I mean, whatever this one thing over there is. But nice, at least they have one. Also, Almaty has those scooters here, and they are everywhere. Everyone drives them, and I guess they must be so cheap. The only thing is like they leave it wherever they want. Also like remote places, so not sure how it works. But if you manage to get the app, I think it's a good way to explore the city. But every time I go to a new place, new city, I just like to walk around. It's the best way for me to explore. Of course, like bus, taxi, stuff like this. It's nice that I'm gonna do it if necessary. But if you walk, you can explore a city like very differently. You have much more time to observe like everything. Alright, I believe I made it to the top. The way, nothing special. You can skip it. Actually, pretty boring. I actually don't know what's here on top. I only know there's like the TV tower and apparently some nice views. Alright, so the last step is the health path. Everyone wants to be healthy, so we need to walk the health path. Path? No idea. Pretty nice view. I would say it's worth to come here, also very close to the city. A little bit cloudy, so you can't see that far, but not complaining. So what I immediately recognized and loved about the city here are the mountains in the back. If you look on the map, like Almaty is like very close to Kyrgyzstan, and like big mountains are the border. And those are the mountains. Nice views, getting better as high as you go. Honestly, the city is way bigger than expected. Like, I arrived by plane and the area of the city is huge. Usually like Kazakhstan is very flat, and if you look back there you can see like very far because it's so flat. Only there are the mountains. Nice, there's like this bob car ride, if you call it like this. I was thinking it's going down to the end, I would have taken it, but just making around through the mountains. Also there's like some kind of small amusement park here. There's also like a climbing park through the trees, which is nice. I used to do it so long time ago, and I remember I had so much fun. In general, this place, it's pretty nice. Like many things to do, especially for kids, I think. Alright, back down. Cable car was fine. Pretty good view. I would suggest or recommend you also to take just one way, because I think going up and down makes not too much sense. Also, if you go by car or by bus or whatever, it's way cheaper. And this is what probably surprised me the most here about Almaty. I didn't expect at all to see CU here. If you don't know what CU, It's a convenience store chain from Korea. I wonder since when they have it here. Probably recently because the shops look very new. Started raining, well it's good that the city has so many trees and so much greenery to hide from the rain. It's actually pretty impressive how many parks there are, like everywhere you go. You have to walk like 5 minutes until the next park with like benches and trash cans everywhere. Very different from Japan. But at least they have the seconds here. This is what I mean with the scooters are everywhere. It's a nice spot here. It's the place I stayed last night, but I'm gonna leave today because, yep, not the best hostel I stayed. Alright, got my bag, left the hostel, already have another one, which is like a kilometer away, just gonna walk there. Actually from the same company, also sunny hostel, but a different location, apparently better, let's see. Alright, checked in, also not the best, but better than the other one, so it's fine for one night. But tomorrow I'm gonna leave again. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think there's not too much to do in the city itself. There's many things to do around the city. Tomorrow I'm gonna head out into the mountains. The city itself, I mean, it's very chill. Just walking around, absorbing like how people live their daily lives here. It's nice. As I said, like very pedestrian friendly, very green. Like I'm just walking around like a random neighborhood, and it's like almost like a jungle. Alright, got another coffee here, which is also nice. They do have good coffee here, which is amazing.
Это натуральный. Вот это 2 даем. Потом
спасибо
вот это 1.
большое.
Общий 1000 тенге.
Alright, I got something they call Kurt. I was thinking it's some cheese, but it's just fermented milk, I believe. I got like different kinds of it. One seems like this, one seems like this. It's like very hard. Let's try.
Пока-пока. До понедельника. Ахар Ахмед.
Very hard. I can't even bite it actually. Damn, it's way too hard. Let's try this one. Better. Lecker. Very sour milk flavor. You can, wow, it's very sour. You can taste the fermentation. Let's try the big one here. Oh yeah. Most soft one. And this is taste-wise the best. The most eatable. I don't know what's the purpose of this. It's like a snack or you eat it with something else. But I need to drink something with this. The sunsets here have for some reason a beautiful color. Yesterday already and today as well. Nice. Alright, dinner time. This guy gave me a big piece of beef. So tender. Alright, finished eating and it was a lot. I was stuffed. It was nice. To finish, I have a tea here. Orange, lemon, mint. I don't know. Nice. food was nice. It's like canteen style, so you can just pick and choose whatever you want, and pretty affordable, and taste was not bad. Alright, can't end the day without having ice cream, plombier, traditional like Russian ice cream. Seems like this. Brings back childhood memory. Good morning guys, it is around 7 AM. Just woke up, went out immediately. The plan is to head into the mountains somehow. Probably with bus, if I can manage to do it. Let's see. Alright, I managed to get in the bus, just pay by cash. Now I am at the first stop here. Alright, arrived at the top of the hill. I'm so hungry and I need to buy water. I hope they have something here. Alright, they had some food, got some goodies and a big bottle of water, which I need probably. I actually have no idea where to walk. I'm just gonna walk, I guess. But it's beautiful already. Funny fact, if you didn't know, the first apple ever grown was here in Almaty. But I haven't eaten any apples so far. I really have to. It's the water from the glacier. Alright, I arrived at some visitor center. Hopefully they have some coffee. Alright, I got myself some coffee, which is amazing. Cheers. Oh, it's nice, but too hot. Also I got myself some pastry. It's like fried dough with sausage inside. Cheers. With this view, tastes even better. Alright, close to the visitor center here. There's supposed to be a waterfall or two. I think only like 500-700 meters away. So before heading to the big Almaty Lake, I'm just gonna check out this waterfall quickly. Also up here, way more chilly than down in the city. So if you come here, maybe get a second layer. I mean, yeah, it's a waterfall, nothing too special. Also, I don't have too much time, I think, because from here it's like 14 kilometers to go to the lake, steep up, and it's already like 10 AM. There are actually roads going almost completely up, and there's many cars driving, so I could hitchhike. But I kind of want to walk and maybe hitchhike down. Let's see. So there's this opportunity to rent a e-bike, which goes like crazy fast for some reason. I actually don't know how much it costs. Haven't even checked, but I think it's a good idea. So it is nice and beautiful up here, but not what I expected. I think there's a real road like this to go up like completely to the lake, and I was thinking like the road is until the visitor center, and from there on there's like a proper trail to go up. A little bit disappointing, because walking on the road is obviously not that fun. It's like real hiking, but yeah, good to know. I wonder if you can drink this water, because I'm probably gonna run out of water. I just have a like 700 milliliter left. I don't think it's gonna be enough, so I have to ask someone if you can drink this one. So what I noticed here so far is that very few signs are written in English. Most of it is like Kazakh and Russian. yeah, just for you to know. Alright, from here on no cars, which is nice. It was kind of noisy down there because there are so many cars and motorbikes and whatever. No idea actually why. They just wrote like the road to the lake is closed. Maybe something wrong on the street or whatever. Still far away. I think it's like 8 kilometers left. Maybe around 2 hours or something. Let's see, but very peaceful, very beautiful. Man, this way is no joke. It's so steep, it's crazy. Man, like I need to do slowly. If I go fast and it's gonna continue like this, I'm not sure if I can make it to the lake. Alright, so here's the border zone to Kyrgyzstan, and I believe you have to carry your passport. Otherwise they might check you and you need to identify yourself, or else you will get a fee. It's absolutely beautiful here, man. Every time I come into nature like this, just by myself, walking, hiking around, I realize like this is why I'm alive. This is like what makes me happy and gives me peace. Just forget everything, all the stress. Just be present in the moment and connected to nature. Very important to me, I think. That was a shortcut, which saves me a kilometer, but takes away a kilometer of energy. It's getting cloudy, cold, and it also started to rain. Not the best conditions, but we are here, we are alive. Alright, I have 5 kilometers left to go. Let's get some energy with some more pastry I got. I have 2 more. I'm gonna eat one now and save one for later. Because I don't think, I'm pretty sure there's not gonna be anything to buy some food. Some like flaky pastry with sesame seeds and chicken, I guess. Cheers. A little bit dry, but good enough. Like this kind of food, you know, like pastries with meat inside, baked, fried, whatever. You can find like a lot in Central Asia. Gonna finish this and keep going. Yo, careful here. Seems a little dangerous. Also there was a car tire down there, so I guess that is dangerous. Whew, honestly guys, I don't think I would recommend this to walk. I think the best thing to do is to take the bus to the highest point you can, walk up a little bit or hitchhike to the center where I drink the coffee, and then rent an e-bike. I guess it's way better because it's kind of boring walking the street all the time, up and up. I'm also, I think, the only one who's walking completely up. Those guys did it correct. Alright, so 3 kilometers left until the lake, and there's actually a guest house / restaurant, so you can get some food here. I think this pipe, there's water going down from the lake to the, how you call it, down to the village, I believe. Oh man, I can finally say it. We're almost there. 500 meters or something. It's pretty exhausting to go up here. Alright, very bad news guys. I arrived at the lake, it is just there, but very bad news, it's closed to go next to the lake. But 30 minutes from here, there's apparently a viewpoint to see the lake. Alright guys, I made it. Damn, can't believe it. But I'm here. It's beautiful, but it's so windy, I'm freezing. But one of the best views I had for sure. The thing is, if it would be sunny, the lake would be like more blue, which would be amazing, but you can't have everything, right? Gonna eat my last pastry here. This one is with beef. A lot of onions, but tastes good and even better with this. I can't believe it, but I walked completely down. I didn't hitchhike. I was a little bit shy, not sure why. Anyway, yeah, exhausted, but I'm almost at the bus station. Alright, now I'm at the First President's Park. Seems nice. Got myself another coffee. Cheers. Deserve. I managed to get an apple. First time trying apple in the place where apples were born. Cheers. I mean, not the best apple I had. Alright, dinner time, same spot as yesterday. But a lot of stuff. Let's try. Start with this salad here, beetroot and some greens. Not bad. Like main dish is like some potato with some kind of meat. No idea what meat it is. Spicy. Nice. Chicken. A lot of bones, but it's nice. I think there's a lot of cardamom, which I didn't expect. This one is borscht, very traditional Russian soup. Tastes like home. It's also like beetroot. Also got a piece of bread to go with the soup. Good morning, 6:30, very early. I'm leaving Almaty and I'm going to Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan. Gonna take the bus there. It's around 5 to 6 hours and right now just heading to the bus station. Almaty was nice. City, very beautiful, very nice to walk around. Very chill place. Also around the city, a lot of things to do mountain-wise, and there's many things I also didn't do. There are deserts and way more. But yeah, someday maybe. If you want to come here, just get those apps and you're gonna be good to go. I've traveled a lot around Southeast Asia and there it's very nice for solo traveling. But here, I'm not sure if all of Central Asia, but at least in Kazakhstan, I don't think it's the best country to travel solo. Because if you want to get out of the city and go to like touristy places in nature side, countryside, you always need to get a guide or get a car or something like this, hire someone. And if you're by yourself, it's just too expensive. So I think it's more suited to travel in a group. Also, I wouldn't recommend staying in hostels here. I've tried 2 hostels and it's just not a hostel culture here. At least in Kazakhstan. I think in Kyrgyzstan it's a little bit better. It's not really backpacker hostels, how you probably know, because a lot of local people stay in hostels, or people who just came to Almaty from Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, the first couple months until they find an apartment, they stay there in the hostel with their whole family, and some never move out even. I met some woman who stays with her son there, and she lives already for 8 years in this hostel. So a little bit weird. About public transportation, try to get yourself this card somehow. You can find it at like the newspaper stands. You can see them everywhere here. Otherwise, just take 200 tenge, which is like 30 cents, and just give it to the bus driver. Alright, I arrived at the bus station. It's called Sayran. So if you want to travel around like the Central Asian countries and you're in Almaty, then you need to come here because like the major hub. You can take buses to like Uzbekistan and Kyrgyzstan. Yeah, just gonna go inside and get a ticket quickly. Alright guys, bought a ticket. It was so cheap, like 3,500 tenge, which is like, I don't know, like $6. Have to wait for 20 more minutes. Just gonna chill here a little bit. Nice spot, you can see the mountains in the background. This is what I love about Almaty, the mountains. You can see it from the whole city. You should definitely come here when coming to Central Asia. Anyway, thank you for watching. See you in the next one.